Welcome to Cosmic Chosen. It's no accident you're seeing this right now. Heaven doesn't traffic in coincidences, it orchestrates moments. And this moment is not ordinary. It's sacred. God has been watching you. Not just what you've done, but what you've endured. And still, you've barely scratched the surface of what you're truly capable of. Only 3% of your divine power has been activated. The rest? Still sealed inside you, waiting. Why? Because the world wasn't ready for your full release. Because the battles you faced weren't meant to break you. They were keys, each unlocking a deeper part of your design. Now, the locks are trembling. The final seals are thinning. The transformation is near. Most people will live and die without ever accessing the deeper realms of their identity. But not you. You're not here to exist. You're here to awaken. This message is your activation. If you ignore it, you'll return to the same shadows that once felt like home. But if you listen, really listen, you will begin to feel it. A stirring in your bones, a vibration in your spirit, a download from realms beyond language. This is your burning bush moment, your divine briefing, your scroll unfolding. The 97%? It holds your supernatural intelligence, your untapped discernment, your ancestral memory, your divine gifts that can move systems, bend reality, heal bloodlines, and shift dimensions. But it will only open to the ones who are ready to shed what no longer fits. You must make room. You must silence the noise. You must release the false self built for survival, so your true form can rise. This isn't just your next chapter. It's your true origin being remembered. Let the unlocking begin. The world has no idea what's about to be unleashed. The waiting room is no longer where you are. This is the end of desiring. The moment to have is now. The dreams you've kept dear to your heart and the prayers you've said in the dark are suddenly coming true more quickly than you could have ever dreamed. Well done. You have been selected for this time. Few people are prepared to accept this message, and even fewer understand it. However, you're prepared. Do these 3 things right away before we go any further. Click the like button to show that you are prepared. Subscribe to join this expanding community on the path to greatness. We're aiming for 5,000 chosen ones. And leave a comment with the number 99, a potent cosmic code that connects you to the blessings of the universe and activates the energy of this video. Keep in mind that this message will either wake you up or ignore you. You'll see it through to the conclusion if you're indeed the one selected. Get ready. What's ahead will push you into a new world, tear down old boundaries, and dispel concerns. You are being called by God. Are you going to respond? Nothing will prepare you for what's about to happen, so be ready. You've been waiting for this moment. God Himself is addressing your heart personally to declare that the much-anticipated beginning has now begun. It's a heavenly wake-up call, a sign that your life is going to change in ways you never thought were conceivable. This is not just any message. The time of wondering and waiting is past. The world is working in your favor like never before as you stand on the precipice of a new era. Feel the gravity of this situation. God's plan is being carried out at the ideal moment. There could have been times of uncertainty or postponement, but they were essential preparation seasons. The gates are now flung open. The powers of the divine are stepping in to propel you into a destiny that is much bigger than you could have ever imagined. And the energy around you is changing. This is a divine appointment for you. You are being called by a strong force to wake up, get up, and bravely enter the purpose that has been waiting for you the whole time. Don't dismiss or disregard this call. Accept it wholeheartedly, since it is the beginning of your breakthrough. You may feel unimportant, unnoticed, or unworthy. However, it is impossible to deny the fact that God has personally chosen you. You have been specifically picked for a task that only you can complete. This message was meant to serve as a reminder that you are meant to leave a lasting impression and that your life has great significance. Consider the historical heroes, ordinary individuals who were summoned to remarkable feats. When they discovered their purpose and took control of their lives, everything changed. Like them, you have been subtly preparing, even if you were unaware of it, for a future that would motivate and inspire countless others. The fact that this message reached you at all indicates that God thinks highly of you. It's time to let go of all uncertainties and anxieties. You underestimate your own strength and abilities. This sermon is a call to open your heart and mind, acknowledge your value, and boldly assume the position that God has specifically set out for you. You have been selected. You're prepared. And what you have to contribute is needed by the globe. Why now? Why me, you may ask, but the fact is that time is everything. God's teachings are never too early or too late. They always come at the right time. Your soul is now vibrating at a frequency that is exactly in harmony with this message from God. The moment for change has come, and you are prepared to accept it. Think about the phases of your life. Your spiritual path has a rhythm, much like the cycles of nature: spring after winter, harvest after sowing. This message tells us that the planting season is done and that it's time to develop, make progress, and bloom. You are ready to accept this gift of transformation because of the difficulties you encountered. You are also in the ideal emotional and spiritual state to understand what God is disclosing because of divine timing. It's no accident. You are ready to receive this message, act upon it, and proceed with clarity and purpose, which is why it reached you. Have faith that you are at the right place for this season of miracles. Perhaps recently, life has seemed like an uphill climb. You've had disappointments, failures, and really frustrating situations. Rest certain, however, that God is aware of every tear you have cried, every restless night, and every little unsaid prayer. God is working on a divine plan that is greater than you can comprehend in the background. Imagine a talented artist creating a masterpiece. Although the canvas may seem disorganized or unfinished from your perspective, the artist is meticulously applying layers of color and details to produce a piece of art that will eventually enthrall people worldwide. That canvas is your life. In reality, what seems to be turmoil right now is setting the stage for something stunning and remarkable. God's hand is working mighty in your favor even when you feel forgotten or invisible. Your next big jump is built upon this unseen labor. Have patience and have faith in the process. All of your hardships will soon become stepping stones that will lead you to success. You are now in what is known as the buffering phase. It's similar to when a video loads and pauses before playing without any issues. It might seem sluggish, unclear, or even annoying right now, but this is an important pause. God is giving you breakthroughs, strength, and knowledge during this holy time of preparation. Your body and mind are being prepared for the future during this buffering period. It's time to take a break, think, and refocus. Don't attempt to make things happen or speed through it. Consider this time as a gift instead. Every obstacle you are now facing is a component of a larger heavenly improvement. The invisible energy you're getting is strong. It will quickly give you a spiritual lift that will give you unstoppable momentum. You won't merely keep going when this buffering stops. You'll take off. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is nearly here. So get yourself ready on all levels, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Unprepared people don't make breakthroughs. God is urging you to prepare not just spiritually, but also intellectually and physically. To take full advantage of the chances that are presented to you, you must have a keen intellect, calm emotions, and an energetic physique. Think about a sportsman preparing for a big event. On game day, they don't simply show up unprepared. They strengthen their bodies, improve their concentration, and develop resilience. It's the same with your adventure. In order to receive and maintain heavenly benefits, mental clarity and physical well-being are essential prerequisites. Take care of yourself first. Make time for rest, eat well, pray, and meditate. Get rid of distractions and negativity from your thoughts. Make sure your ideas are in line with the vision that God has given you. You will be able to confidently and gracefully take advantage of your breakthroughs when your whole self is prepared. The time you've been anticipating has now arrived. God has provided your activation signal, which will cause breakthroughs in your life right now. You are at the center of something that is occurring right now, not some far-off promise. Your faith and willingness are being reacted to by the cosmos. Consider flipping a switch. Your life is flooded with power that illuminates new avenues, possibilities, and solutions. These innovations will be indisputable, regardless of how quickly or gradually they occur. You'll start to see previously closed doors opening and barriers melting away in front of your own eyes. A divine call to completely embrace your destiny is this activation. You are surrounded with possibility-charged energy. Have faith that everything in your life will be improved by what is being awakened inside you. This is where your breakthrough tale begins. Prepare to see miracles happen. Have you ever woken up at 3 in the morning? Again and again? You're not alone yourself if so. Furthermore, this is much more than simply a peculiar sleep pattern. These enigmatic early morning times are often the starting point for spiritual awakenings. The silent silence of 3 in the morning is a holy time when the spiritual curtain lifts, facilitating the connection to divine direction and the receiving of potent insights. It's as like the cosmos is urging you to awaken and focus on what's going on outside of the material world. These 3 a.m. awakenings don't just happen. They are indications that your soul is waking up and is prepared for change and breakthrough. Your spirit becomes more open to subtle clues and prophetic dreams at this period, which might help you decide what to do next. Your sleep disturbance is essentially a wake-up call, an invitation that God is at work in your life, setting you up for something great. Accept this hour as a hallowed space where heaven and earth will meet. If this has happened to you, consider it a great blessing. Lean into the restlessness rather than against it. Take use of this time to meditate, pray, or just sit quietly and pay attention. Your spiritual senses become more acute at this point, and the solutions to your most profound queries start to show. You start to wake up, and its 3 a.m. breakthroughs are the heavenly sparks that illuminate your way forward. God has historically used dreams to communicate with His people, answering their questions, warning them, and giving them encouragement. Expect your dreams to become a potent source of prophetic knowledge during this season. They will act as a direct line of communication between you and the divine, providing direction and clarity for the issues and queries you encounter in your everyday life. These will not be your typical dreams. They may be very emotional, symbolic, or colorful, and they are full with images that, when dissected, provide guidance and answers. It's crucial to listen carefully. Write down what you recall when you wake up in a diary that you keep by your bedside. Frequently, the tiniest element in a dream has a crucial lesson for your path. When the route seems unclear, God uses your dreams to guide you. Have complete faith in these dream encounters. They may first seem perplexing, but they will eventually show their wisdom. They will provide you with divine tactics, cautions to steer clear of dangers, and affirmations to take brave action. Gifts like prophetic dreams are meant to uplift you, bolster your faith, and help you walk in accordance with God's flawless plan. You've arrived at a turning point in your spiritual development. God's speech is now completely in tune with a higher frequency at which your soul is resonating. You are now more receptive to a heavenly message than ever before because of this change. It's as if you have an enhanced spiritual antenna that makes it possible for you to see signs, messages, and confirmations that you would have previously overlooked. You will experience a heightened awareness to God's presence, an increase in synchronistic happenings, and a sharpening of your intuition while you are on this frequency. It makes the difference between hearing a faint murmur and a loud, distinct cry in ordinary situations. Your heart and intellect are in sync to confidently and clearly recognize and respond to these heavenly messages. There is a reason for this alignment. It is the outcome of your patience, trust, and the unseen work that God has done in your life. You now possess all the necessary tools to successfully traverse this breakthrough season. Pay attention, keep developing your spiritual habits, and see how your life starts to mirror the potent direction you are getting from above. Be ready to receive one of 4 potent sorts of breakthroughs in the coming days. Each is specially crafted to meet you at the precise moment of your spiritual and personal development. The benefits of God are not universal. They are customized based on your character, challenges, and spiritual development stage. Every advancement will help you into the next phase of life, thanks to this wonderful customization. There is a breakthrough for everyone, regardless of whether you consider yourself to be gregarious and extroverted, sensitive and introverted, spiritually mature, or still developing and learning. Your most urgent demands will be met by these innovations. Be being more powerful in society, becoming wealthy and powerful, going through spiritual transformations, or having supernatural experiences that change your life. This individualized approach demonstrates God's profound desire to see you succeed and His intimate awareness of your life. You may be certain that your breakthrough is on the horizon, regardless of who you are or where you've been. Get your heart ready to acknowledge and accept the benefits that have been created just for you. Take heart if you've often been ignored due to your sensitivity or reserved demeanor. God is going to alter that story. Your breakthrough will take the shape of a social elevation, putting you in leadership positions you previously believed were unattainable thanks to your special talents of empathy, knowledge, and composed strength. This is your moment to shine and get recognition for your depth of character and wisdom, not for how loud you are. Because of their quiet impact and deliberate leadership, introverts have influenced history. Consider exceptional leaders who used vision, empathy, and strategic acumen instead of using force. Your path is similar to theirs, training you to assume roles where your actions will affect lives, your presence will motivate others, and your voice will have weight. Your confidence and social status will increase as a result of this discovery. You will develop stronger connections, unlock previously closed doors, and rise to prominence as a leader in your profession or community. Accept this change. You are prepared to take charge with a quiet strength that only you possess. An exciting breakthrough is in store for those who are naturally drawn to leadership roles and thrive in the spotlight. A spike in income, influence, and social standing that will propel you to new heights. Opportunities that will change your social and financial situation are about to present themselves because of your gregarious personality and interpersonal skills. This breakthrough is about truly embracing your God-given power and influence, not merely about achieving monetary success. You will be in situations where your choices influence communities, your vision motivates movements, and your resources allow for significant influence. Your calling is divinely supported by the strength you are given. This new degree of achievement entails accountability. Be careful to utilize your power sensibly and modestly. Your breakthrough will not only uplift you, but also have a positive knock-on impact on others around you when you lead with compassion and honesty. Your breakthrough will go beyond the material world if you have committed yourself to spiritual development and have a strong sense of connection to the divine. Your spiritual abilities will grow significantly when you ascend into the fourth and fifth dimensions, which are regions of heightened awareness. This is a development that goes beyond common experience. Deeper insights, improved intuition, and the capacity to heal and affect energies on a much deeper level are all possible in this higher dimensional condition. You will feel a deeper connection to God and the cosmos, as well as an unfathomable sense of clarity and serenity. Serving as a spiritual mentor to others who are waking around you is both a gift and a calling that comes with this breakthrough. As you let go of old constraints and welcome a new reality, this path calls for bravery and surrender. The ascent of your soul into greater light and love, however, is the reward, a tremendous metamorphosis. Knowing that you are a lighthouse for the awakening of the whole, walk this road with devotion. Don't give up if you feel like you're still developing. God has planned certain times for you to have divine experiences, moments of deep spiritual connection that will upend your life's foundations and set you up for success. The influence of these meetings will be indisputable, regardless of whether they occur in prayer, via a mentor, or even in nature. These kinds of experiences are meant to help you discover your purpose, awaken latent abilities, and align your heart with God's desire. They may test you, force you to go beyond of your comfort zone, or lead you to previously undiscovered opportunities. These heavenly encounters will provide you with strength and clarity that will change your journey, even if it may seem unsure right now. Ready to undergo the most profound transformation. God's love is actively seeking you out and is prepared to strengthen, heal, and lead you. Your breakthrough is a promise, not just a possibility. Keep your spirit prepared and your heart open. The change you're looking for is coming. Behind the scenes, everything is being planned by invisible powers, even when life seems chaotic or unchanging. These forces are purposefully matching opportunities, people, and situations to uplift you under the guidance of divine knowledge. Even if you can't see it now, every setback and delay contributes to a larger plan that is perfectly coming to fruition. Even when you feel like your faith is being questioned, have trust that these unseen forces are working diligently for you. Imagine a skilled puppeteer carefully and deftly plucking strings. That work of art in progress is you. God's hand is guiding the cosmos to carefully set you for your next breakthrough. The greatest benefits might sometimes seem as hardships or quiet. This is the time of year when awareness is your best weapon and patience your greatest friend. Because they anticipate loud, instantaneous outcomes, many individuals are unable to recognize these subtle miracles. However, genuine change is often subtle, like the roots that develop far below the ground before a tree blossoms. Recognize that what is unseen now will soon become your biggest apparent triumph, and embrace this secret effort with thankfulness. Allow this fact to become ingrained in your heart. You are never forgotten, and you are not alone. Your destiny is being pursued relentlessly by the forces at play. Continue to walk in trust, knowing that you are being prepared for unstoppable success by the heavenly momentum that is building around you. Every adversity you've faced has been an essential precursor to this season. Setbacks, disappointments, and painful experiences weren't arbitrary. You were being prepared for the glory you are about to enter via heavenly training sessions. Your previous struggles have strengthened your determination and cleansed your spirit, just as fire refines gold. Reflect on the priceless lessons you learned from each hardship, like perseverance, patience, humility, and trust. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is built on these attributes. Pain is never wasted by God. He turns it into witness, purpose, and power. Your narrative is a recipe for success, not just a chronicle of adversity. Keep in mind that many of the most influential thinkers and leaders were once damaged and shattered. Their brilliance was forged in the fire of their difficulties. Therefore, if you feel burdened by your past, tell yourself that you are preparing for a future that will surpass all of your hardships. Accept your past with empathy for yourself. Your scars are badges of honor rather than indicators of failure. They demonstrate that you have persevered, matured, and are prepared for a glorious new chapter. Not only is God's timing flawless, but it is also incomprehensible to us. He's already planning something bigger than you could have ever dreamed when you believe you're ready. He's working behind the scenes to clear your way when you want to give up. His holy clock is always just when you need it, and it is never early or late. We often hurry and attempt to impose our will on others, forgetting that patience is a virtue. Giving up control and accepting the uncertainty with optimism are necessary components of trusting God's timetable. Believing even in the absence of proof is the paradox of faith. The breakthrough will surpass your expectations when it materializes, making the wait worthwhile. Take the biblical account of Joseph. His ascent to power was preceded by years of silence, incarceration, and treachery. His faith was put to the test, but God's timing was perfect, lifting him up to the top. The same heavenly accuracy and purpose are at work in your narrative. Get ready to be astounded. The real process of perfecting is what seems to be taking longer now. You will be in amazement as God's timetable becomes clear, and the force of divine orchestration will inspire others. The biggest shifts may sometimes occur in the background. Even though you may not feel any different today, God is sending you a secret power boost that is enhancing your mental clarity, fortifying your soul and increasing your ability to accept. Though sometimes overlooked, this quiet empowerment is essential to the next breakthroughs. Imagine an athlete honing their skills and endurance while practicing alone, away from the limelight. In the same vein, your mental, emotional, and spiritual faculties are being trained for the chances and difficulties that lie ahead. When things become tough and the trip gets more intense, it's this invisible force that will keep you going. Don't undervalue this peaceful time of year. It's establishing a foundation that no outward manifestation of achievement can equal. You will become intelligent, unbreakable, and prepared to face your next level with poise and assurance as a result of this inside labor. Remain optimistic and acknowledge that this quiet boost is a gift from God. You are not inert. In ways that will soon materialize in irresistible momentum, you are preparing. Have you recently seen any odd synchronicity or signs? Perhaps unexpected doors have started to open, or you sense an inexplicable calm in the middle of mayhem. These are signs from God that a season of miracles is coming. God often uses little hints to get His people ready before bestowing great rewards. Miracles don't usually make a big splash. They come subtly via breakthroughs, unanticipated favor, and answered prayers. It's your responsibility to remain vigilant and receptive, seeing these signals as calls to courageously take action. People who experience miraculous seasons often talk about how their burdens are lifted, their hope is restored, and seemingly hopeless circumstances suddenly improve. You could soon have an illogical breakthrough in your relationships, economics, health, or spiritual insight. Keep your heart open and your faith strong. Miracles that are specifically crafted for you, intended to improve your life and exalt God's name, are coming. Waking at 3 in the morning is more than simply a sleep issue. It's a strong spiritual indication. Since the line between the material and spiritual realms is at its thinnest at this time, it is sometimes referred to as the divine hour or the hour of power. Breakthroughs or alertness during this period indicate that your soul is waking up and getting ready to enter a destiny that has been waiting for you the whole time. God uses these early morning times to wake you up and remind you that your breakthrough is imminent. They often accompany visions, epiphanies, or an abrupt realization of your life's mission. You'll uncover answers to prayers you've been clinging to for years if you pay careful attention at these moments. Your whole day and your future may be accelerated by the spiritual impetus you develop during these peaceful hours. Numerous notable spiritual leaders, prophets, and visionaries have attested to having life-altering epiphanies at these hallowed times. You are accessing an eternal reservoir of divine knowledge, and this moment of breakthrough is your call to completely embrace your destiny. Accept 3 a.m. rather than attempting to ignore or fight the restlessness as the hour of your spiritual might. Use it for journaling, meditation, or prayer. One discovery at a time. Here is where your destiny will start to take shape. Distractions abound in life, but not all of them are unplanned. Divine interruptions are times when God purposefully puts a stop to your goals in order to protect you, guide you, or get you ready for something bigger. It takes spiritual awareness and faith that what seems uncomfortable may be a gift in disguise to recognize these times. Don't give up when a plan fails or a door shuts without warning. Rather, take a moment to ask God what He wants you to learn or where He wants you to go next. Even if they are uncomfortable, divine interruptions provide important information. It might be a reminder to calm down or a prod towards a fresh chance. Giving up control and accepting God's flawless insight is what it means to trust these disruptions. Those who react with patience and obedience are rewarded in this test of faith. You'll find that God's diversions are often straight routes to your destiny the more you embrace these times. Seek the divine hand behind life's unexpected turns the next time. God uses these disruptions to safeguard your future and set you up for discoveries that would have been impossible for human planning to orchestrate. Dreams and innovations are silently murdered by doubt. It infiltrates covertly, sowing doubt and fear that may stifle your growth and erode your trust. When doubt takes hold, it warps your perspective and causes you to doubt both your own deservingness and God's promises. Doubt weakens your spiritual defenses and separates you from divine power, which is why the adversary likes to utilize it. Here's the thing, though, unwavering trust is necessary for every breakthrough. When you remain steadfast in your beliefs, doubt becomes less powerful and miracles are conceivable. Keep in mind that uncertainty is normal. It happens to everyone, but when you allow it to persist and take over your thoughts, it becomes harmful. Use scripture, prayer, and statements of truth to dispel doubt. Be in the company of individuals who strengthen your faith and serve as a constant reminder of God's love. Your capacity to look beyond what your eyes can see will determine your breakthrough. You may confidently enter the divine plan when you choose trust over doubt, and nothing can halt God's purpose for your life. God gives you strong spiritual weapons that are considerably more effective than anything found in the natural world in the fight for your breakthrough. Praise, prayer, faith, and the Bible are not only religious rituals. They are supernatural instruments that are intended to break down every obstacle in your path. You may directly access God's power via prayer, which will cause God to intervene on your behalf. The barrier that keeps doubt and worry at bay is faith. The Bible is a weapon that grounds you in truth while slicing through confusion and deception. Praise invites God's presence to battle for you, shattering strongholds and changing your spiritual surroundings. Keep in mind that even while your opponents are real, whether they be people, situations, or spiritual forces, the weapons God has given you are stronger than them. By using these tools on a regular basis, you will be able to ensure your breakthrough, conquer obstacles, and quiet critics. Equip yourself with these spiritual resources and see how the struggles you once dreaded become triumphs that exalt God and demonstrate His omnipotence in your life. Dealing with toxic people, those who question, discourage, or even sabotage your progress, is one of the most agonizing aspects of development. But don't worry, these bad influences are already being eliminated from your life by God. Divine justice is on your side, and their authority over you is only transitory. God will close doors for them and let you through greater ones. When God raises you beyond their reach, those who formerly derided or disregarded your goals will be helpless. This supernatural intervention might manifest as new circumstances, altered connections, or a sense of serenity after severing poisonous relationships. Although it may not always be simple, this procedure is essential. Eliminating poisonous individuals is a kind of spiritual pruning that makes you stronger, more independent, and more concentrated. Have faith that God has timed this purification perfectly and that it is preparing the way for your breakthrough. You should be surrounded by people who encourage and support you. Keep your word and be ready to enter new settings and relationships where you may reach your full potential. There is more to dreams than simply arbitrary visuals. They are communications from God that are particularly tailored to you, including advice, cautions, and encouragement. Your conscious mind may not yet fully understand the hidden realities that God reveals when He decides to communicate via dreams. You may open the doors to your destiny by paying attention to these dream codes.